Tian Hao didn't quite know how to describe her emotions at that precise moment. The nurse had clearly already left a long time ago, but she still felt her presence, constantly hearing her words, her ears, breaking her heart. She sat there blankly in the car for a long while, until another car drove in head-on. Because it was a really narrow alley, the other car honked their horn. The piercing sound shocked her back to her senses. She raised her head to find the other car had carefully driven past her and left. Nearby, she heard a familiar tune. It was not until the car was out of sight when she then realized it was her phone going off. She lowered her head vacantly. She looked at the screen, which displayed the name, Lu Jinian. Seeing those two words felt like a needle brutally stabbing her heart. The pain made her fingertips tremble. She used a lot of energy to grab her phone. In the end, it turned out to be Zhao Mong on the phone. Tian Hao tapped to take the call. Before she could speak, Zhao Mong's anxious voice came through. Kiao, where did you drive off to? The entire crew is waiting on you. Tian Hao's lips twitched, but she didn't speak. Then Lu Jinian's elegant and sweet voice reached her ears. Where are you? She felt a bitter taste in her mouth. The tip of her tongue moved a little, before she could relax her tone of voice. Uncle suddenly was looking for me for something urgent, and I didn't have enough time to tell you all. Lu Jinian had no intention of blaming her. Are you all done now? Yeah, I've finished up. I'm coming to pick you up. No, that's okay, I'm driving. Tian Hao hadn't finished speaking when Lu Jinian spoke again. Today's scenes have been cancelled, and the people from the commercial you accepted want to see you in the afternoon. She hung up the phone. Tian Hao lifted her eyes and glanced at the rearview mirror to find that her face was covered in tears. She frantically wiped her face, and took a deep breath. Seeing her face back to normal, she started up the car and stepped on the accelerator, as her eyes became red again. Lu Jinian was waiting for Tian Hao downstairs of the mall in the Kiao Estates neighborhood. He must have driven into the city 10 minutes ago. Through the rearview mirror, she saw his car behind hers. He slowly stopped beside her with both his hazard lights constantly flashing. Before his assistant could get out and open the door for Lu Jinian, he had already gotten out of the car. He walked over to Tian Hao's car, opened the car door, and relaxed when he heard her sitting there with a calm expression on her face. He asked in a low voice, "Are you all right?" "I'm fine." Tian Hao pulled the corner of her lips into a smile. She grabbed her bag and got out of the car. Zhao Mong also got out of the car and ran to Tian Hao. She pulled her arm and blamed her for leaving without a word. Then Lu Jinian interrupted Zhao Mong, "Take her car and get back to the set. I'll take her to see the business partners." Tian Hao tried hard to look like everything was normal. She even made a little joke during the lunch date. After she put in a lot of effort to entertain, she felt exhausted. As soon as she got into the car, she fell back into her seat and closed her eyes. As the car slowly moved, the thought of Lu Jinian's name on the abortion papers lingered on her mind.